I saw some weird shit today in the parking lot of the place I work at. Crack that Jaws beer right
It's going
open.
everywhere.
Yeah, it always does. It does in the movie.
I think the giant dents in the can are not helping.
Maybe they're from shark teeth.
Maybe. Shark's not very strong if you can't get through an aluminum can.
You know, now it bites through or it doesn't bite the weights, does it? They
Barrels?
harpoon it like 3 times.
Yeah, they put those barrels on it and then it just goes right under.
Big old shark.
3 barrels. Like, do you know how much energy
That'd be the
that
mag
is?
right there.
It's like hundreds of tons of force to get a barrel to go underwater like that. Like, the amount of water's crazy when it comes to pressure.
I don't know what like the max weight of a great white is. I do have a shark tracker on my phone.
Yeah.
And it tells you their weight and their age, where they are. Obviously, it's a tracker. But the biggest one on there was like 1,000 something pounds.
Yeah, I can fight that.
Yeah. But I mean,
that's like
a 20-foot great white, that's got to be like 3 tons. I mean, that's a big shark.
That is a big shark.
Yeah.
Not as big as the Meg 3 or Meg 2.
Meg
I'm
2.
sorry.
Yeah. We're not at the third one
I saw
yet.
a little bit into the future there. This is James Joy Talk to the Internet. Season 3, episode 22. I'm drinking a Jaws beer.
Yes.
As you can see, or maybe not, we do have video back this week. I figured out what the problem was.
Right. So
Jordan has a new segment he would like to introduce.
A new segment. Well, we came up with this. I came up with this on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be called "What's Going On in the Parking Lot."
Mm-hmm. Musical jingle pending.
Because when I go out on my break, I sit out in the parking lot at a picnic table.
And you work in an establishment that sees a lot of traffic.
A lot of interesting people.
A lot of people. You're in an interesting part of town.
Right. So today, what happened? Not the weirdest thing ever, but just something I kind of like. It was sort of like my jaw didn't actually drop.
I just want to put a baseline.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same place where you regularly saw a man drink mouthwash.
Yes. This is
sometimes
the same place.
in the bathroom, sometimes not in the bathroom.
No, it was always in the bathroom.
I thought they saw him do it once, not in the bathroom.
No, it was.
Or was that a different person?
No, well, there's another guy, and I think I figured out who this guy is. There's a mouthwash guy, but he's gone. And then there's the fireball guy.
Sadly.
I thought it was one guy, and it might be him, but I don't know now. It made me question things. So
anyway, back to your story.
I was
Didn't
out
want
in
to
the parking
interrupt.
lot, right? And these people are having a conversation.
As people tend to do.
Right. On the other side of the employee-only area.
Right.
So, of course, I'm listening to it, because why not?
Free entertainment.
Right. So the guy's like, just, got out of the hospital. They said I was going to be in there 3 weeks. Kidney shut down, liver shut down. They had wires in me, heart pacing shit, x-rays. He's like, they thought I was going to have a massive heart attack and a stroke. And he's like, I was out of there in 5 days. They thought I would be in there for 3 weeks, but I walked right out of there. I'm all swollen, terrible. He's like, 2 days later, I was back in the hospital. And he's like, then, I quit drinking vodka. I found out it's worse than the other liquors. So, yeah, I stopped that. Right after he fucking says that, and he's ripping butts the whole time, right?
Obviously.
Right after he says that, he pulls out a thing of Fireball, a pint of Fireball, and just takes a swig of it and tucks it back in his little bag.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, Fireball, as we all know, is much healthier for you than vodka.
I don't think it is.
That's what the doctor said to him, apparently.
That guy wouldn't even shock me if he pulled out a revolver and fucking spun the thing around and put it to his head and then tucked that back in the bag.
Listen, when was the last time you were at the hospital?
Never.
All right, then. This guy clearly has more medical knowledge than you.
Yeah, he's probably racked up like $20,000 and thinks that vodka's the problem, and he's switching to whiskey.
Well, Fireball.
That's real. That's a real guy.
Yeah. That's not even that weird.
I mean, but like the fact that he wouldn't, like, right out in public, right in front of this guy, he just is telling a story about how he almost died. He's going on, and then you just take a swig of whiskey.
Meh.
But I quit the vodka.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I got for what's going on in the parking lot for today.
Also, Fireball is terrible.
Probably worse for you than
doesn't.
vodka. I really think it is.
It's like whiskey has a burn, but Fireball has that burn.
Syrup.
One, it's not great whiskey.
No.
So there's a lot of burn.
I didn't even consider it whiskey.
Relative to like what whiskey normally does. Two, you also have the cinnamon burn. So it's like double burn. So it burns and then it lasts. Because it's like cinnamon. It sucks. I don't know why people drink it.
You know what I should have told the guy? I should have been like, actually, did you know that Fireball is really just those candies and they put vodka? They throw them in vodka. That's how they make that stuff. So I was like, you're not safe, man. You got to switch to red wine. That's heart healthy.
Yeah. Isn't it not, though? Didn't they say that that's not true? And that if you really want to be healthy, you just shouldn't drink alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I think they said if you have like one glass, like a little, like, you know, like the serving size is like not like normal, what people drink. Yeah. Like, then that's like fine. It might be a little better for your like circulation or some crap, but who knows if that's not real.
I think that was the thing they disproved.
Yeah, probably.
You know, science ruining everything.
Because they were talking like, well, I don't know. There are some people who like do a shot like in every morning.
Yep.
Because they have like not because they want to get drunk, but because it, I guess, helps their circulation or something. Who knows?
Well, it does thin your blood, so.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It'll like dilate your veins.
What? Why does that help with circulation then?
I don't fucking know. If you have bad circulation, it gets your blood flowing.
But no.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Doesn't dilate mean... Dilate just means...
Expanding.
I thought it meant both.
And thinning?
No, like... Because when they say your pupils dilate, they also... I thought that meant when they get closed, too.
No, I think it's when they're all, like, blown out so your eyes just look black.
Because they do the light thing.
Yeah.
And they say your pupils are dilating, but your pupils would be closing because you're shining a light in it.
No, they're doing that to see if you're on drugs because they're not going to close if you're on drugs.
I know.
Then what are you trying to say?
Because when they do it, they say either they aren't dilating if nothing's happening, or they are dilating if they're closing, right? I don't know. I'm basing this off of like TV. I don't fucking care. Anyway, this guy, we should probably just ask this guy. He probably knows.
Yeah, really. I mean, he's almost died twice.
Well, all right. We don't know what happened the second time.
I know what happened the second time.
Probably about the same thing that happened the first time.
Yeah. It was probably the second time when he realized it was the vodka and switched to the Fireball. But, I mean, it's kind of sad. But, yeah.
People gonna lose their lives.
Yeah.
Sometimes not for very long.
I just can't imagine, like if I was talking to you, going on and on about all this crazy stuff that happened that put me in the hospital because I was drinking vodka. And then after that, I just pull out whiskey and take a swig of that. Like, the guy didn't even say anything. Right. Like, he wasn't, I guess he wasn't.
I would not say anything either.
You wouldn't say a thing.
I would just keep smiling and nodding and trying to walk away.
Yeah, that's a good friend.
Well, you didn't say they were friends. You just said that this was some guy.
I said if I said that to you, wouldn't you be like, what the fuck?
I was thinking in this scenario.
Oh.
If I was that person that guy was talking to, I would just keep smiling and nodding.
Well,
because I don't want to deal with it.
They knew each other. They just bumped into each other at this place. Okay, yeah, they did clearly like know each other.
Well, if they knew each other, then
I guess he just knew. Like, that's
It clearly happens a lot. He clearly has a problem with vodka, so you know, you see somebody who has a problem with vodka, start a problem with whiskey.
Anyway.
Are you really that shocked?
No, I'm not. I mean, I've seen this guy a lot, but like he pops in regularly. But yeah, I'd never seen him take a swig of he didn't even have paper over it. And I mean, he must have like just bought that thing and it was already like half gone. So
maybe that was his father's Fireball. Passed down through the generations.
I don't think Fireball's been around that long.
I don't know.
I think isn't it like only been around like I I don't know.
I don't like Fireball, and I don't care. So why would I know? Fireball, cinnamon whiskey.
Last time I had that was at a wedding. I had 2
lawsuit.
full volume.
Origin. Developed in Canada in the mid 1980s.
Okay, so it's fairly recent.
So, you know. This guy could have been in his early 30s.
He's not. This is like a 50-something-year-old man.
Well, he could be in his early 30s, and then that's what vodka does to you.
He's not in his early 30s.
Have you ever seen somebody from the, like, 30s, the 1930s, who was, like, 35 and smoked 8 cigarettes a day?
Yeah, but they just
and
look
drank,
old.
like, 3... That's why. Because they just
There's
drank
actually
and
a video
smoked.
on that. I can't remember what it was.
It was Vsauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We've discussed it before.
Yeah, I know we have. But I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either.
All right.
But, you know. Modern medicine, baby.
Are you going to talk about The Flash or something?
I was going to say that to the end. Here's my new plan. When we go see a movie, my new plan is we do a normal podcast, release the normal podcast, cut, do the spoiler thing, whatever, review at the end, cut that off the end, and then make that into a separate video that I upload to YouTube. So then, I don't know. I have a whole plan in my head.
Yeah, you sound like you have a whole plan.
I listed it out to Lindsay earlier today.
Okay.
All right. I got a whole plan of what I want to do. I'm going to do a big push. Make lots of stuff.
Are you going to crush that beer when you're
My
done?
goal is to get through 3.
Okay.
I'm about 3/4 of the way done with this. It's been, 10 minutes? 15 minutes? I gotta get going.
24 minutes.
I recorded for like 10 minutes before you came over. So.
Before I came over.
Well, you showed up and I started recording and realized you had to mow down on some nosh.
Yeah, I was hungry.
I can imagine. You eat that whole double burger.
No, I didn't eat the whole thing.
You
couldn't finish it.
Looked like you ate most of it.
Most of it, yeah.
Do you want to go through my list? I guess we can talk about The Flash very briefly.
Very briefly?
Very briefly, non-spoilers. What'd you think?
What did I think?
What'd you think?
I think, like, the Flash is not an interesting character, and I don't really care about him. So to make a standalone film about him, a lot of the jokes weren't funny when they should have been.
Well,
because you don't really care about this character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're the same kind of jokes you would hear in, like, a Marvel movie or Guardians of the Galaxy, sort of. Except it's funnier when you actually get the characters and care about them.
And also the jokes were probably written better in those movies compared to this.
Can I talk about his mom? Or is that a spoiler?
That his mom is in it? No, that's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Okay.
And if it is, I'll just cut it out.
Well, I'll just wait till the end.
Okay.
When I can just say whatever I want.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I think that everything I said before going into it, before I even saw the first trailer, I was like, I knew exactly what this movie was going to be, and it met that expectation. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like Michael Keaton as Batman, as per usual. Yeah. Moving on.
It kind of just, it's a little drawn out.
It was a movie that exists.
Yeah.
They broke that expectation for me. I didn't think it was a real movie.
Yeah.
And it was. Allegedly. Next item on my list. I was driving home today. School bus. Opposite side of the road. So there's two lanes. Right?
Yeah, there's usually 2 lanes.
Well, there was, I guess, 4 lanes, then there's 2 lanes on each side.
Okay.
So I was in the far right, he was in the far right. So there were 2 lanes.
Like on Bangor Street?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
There's like a highway without the thing in the middle.
Oh, that's safe.
Well, it was only 50.
That's still... Oh, okay, I know which... Okay, yeah. I think I know what you were driving on.
It was in Saco.
Then I don't know what you were driving on.
I figured.
But there's the way I get home goes on one
There's
of those.
a couple, yeah. But I was driving school bus. School bus, flashy yellow lights. I was like, okay, what's going on here? And then stop sign. So I stopped. The person in front of me did not stop. And the stupid dumb kid got off. And then the bus driver, as you know, I went to go because he put the stop sign away and we were both sort of moving slowly, looked at me, gave me a nod.
Gave you a nod?
Gave me a nod.
What's that supposed to be?
Because I stopped.
Oh.
Because I was legally obligated to. I obeyed the law, and the bus driver recognized it.
Bus driver of the year.
I had a 6-dash.
He probably didn't. A mustache?
Yeah. It was sick.
What, was it a handlebar?
No, it was just like a cool mustache. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. I just want to say that I obey the laws of the fuck.
Yeah, everyone's so proud of you for doing what you're supposed to do.
I obey the laws of the road.
So do I. Sometimes.
I'm a hero.
Yeah.
So, that's all I'm saying.
We don't need another hero. All right.
So, Bonnie Tyler, let me know.
Bonnie what?
Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler?
Holding out for a hero. Shrek 2.
That's not what I was singing.
I know.
That was Tina Turner.
I am aware that they are different songs.
It's from Thunderdome.
But I know. The Bonnie Tyler song was the one in Shrek.
But I don't like that song.
Well, it's in Shrek, so you have to like it.
It's in Shrek 2.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. And then after that, I haven't seen any.
You should watch the fourth one and not the third one, because the third one's pretty bad. The fourth one's pretty good.
Maybe I'll check it out sometime.
It's got Rumpelstiltskin in it.
Oh, God.
He's got a cool set of hair. Can I talk about porta potty culture for a little bit here?
I didn't know that was a culture.
I need to go on a rant about porta potties. And I didn't think that I would need to talk about this in my lifetime.
Porta potty culture?
Like the culture surrounding the world of porta potties and how people interact with them.
Oh, well, you get in there, you don't touch anything. And yeah.
You walk up. Okay. First of all, let me just explain how I use a porta potty, which I feel like this is the normal way to use a porta potty. You walk up to it, you look at the little indicator, and if it's green, that means nobody's in there and that it's open. If it's red, that means somebody's in there and you shouldn't try and open the door. When you get into the porta potty, what you do is you turn around and you lock the thing.
Oh, did you walk in on someone?
To indicate to other people that there's a person in here and that you shouldn't try and open the door. The amount of goddamn times I look down, look at the indicator, green, go to open it, somebody's in there. Lock the fucking door. It's not like they're just taking they're taking a dump.
Were they sitting on the toilet?
Yeah. It's like, It happens to me once a week. I go to take a piss in the porta potty and somebody's in there taking a dump. It's like, what? Lock the fucking door.
Did you tell them that?
No. I just sort of like went, and then closed the door and walked away.
They say anything?
No.
No.
This happens to me all the time. But the other thing is that when I go in and I lock the door because I'm not an animal, I don't want somebody to see me taking a dump or taking a piss. Which apparently is a novel fucking concept.
Some people don't care.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't want to deal with that. So just lock the door for my sake, please. The amount of times I lock the thing, I know I know it's not like the indicator's worn off. I know that because I walk up to that same porta potty, because there's 3 of them. I walk up to that same porta potty, and when there's somebody in there, and I see the red, I know that it works. I know it.
Yeah, there's nothing electronic on it. It just spins.
Well, sometimes the sticker gets worn off, so you can't actually tell. But I know that's not the case in this scenario. People will just walk up. This happens to me like once a day. They'll just start yanking on the door.
Yeah.
Like,
they probably really gotta go.
Okay, there's 2 other porta potties. Look, like you have to look to see where you put your hand. Because every porta potty is different.
Maybe it's their first time ever using one.
It's not.
You don't know that.
Also, it's pretty, the culture we've evolved in this country, in this side of the planet, this hemisphere probably, is that green means go and red means don't.
That's right.
So if you see red, fucking don't.
There should be a website that tells you where the nicest porta potties are.
I can tell you where they're not.
Yeah.
One time, they have a chart. I don't know how it works on... The only time I use porta potties is at work, because I work in construction. And that one time at the Common Ground Fair, I guess. Which, those were the nicest porta potties I've ever seen. Let me tell you. When they're not being destroyed by animals who don't know how to lock the fucking door and are smoking cigarettes in there.
Who's smoking cigarettes in the porta
fucking
potty?
Animals.
You saw a guy smoking a cigarette
You walk in there, there's butts in the urinal thing, smells like cigarette smoke, and you're like, guy.
You're probably allowed to.
Stop hotboxing in the fucking porta potty.
Is it illegal to smoke in a porta potty?
I feel like you're going to light something on fire and it's going to explode. It's full of methane and shit. Literally. Stop smoking cigarettes.
It doesn't. There's nothing on the door or anything that says no smoking.
There is now.
Is there?
Let me tell you, I wrote a little message.
You think they're gonna blow up?
No, I don't care if they're gonna. I just don't want to go into a room full of shit
and
smell shit and cigarette smoke. It's like 3 foot by 3 foot. Just do it outside.
They want to smoke when they're taking a dump.
Stop. Then why are they throwing them in the urinal?
In the urinal?
They're just throwing them in the...
Well, I'm assuming they'd be sitting down and ashing in the urinal, which is beside
well, that's
them.
Smart, obviously.
Yeah. Right.
God damn. But it's like they just start... Like, people will walk up and just start reefing on the door. And they'll go, oh, is somebody in there? Yeah!
They're probably just, like, really jonesing for a porta potty cigarette.
Jeez. It's just like, why? Porta potty culture in this country. When I'm president, man, it's the first thing that's gonna go.
Well, you're never gonna be president.
I'm gonna be president. I'm announcing my run for president in 2036.
We're gonna get rid of porta potties.
I'm gonna make it illegal to smoke in a porta potty.
It might already be.
If I catch you smoking in a porta potty, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Smoking in the porta potty. Porta potty. What else are they called? Just
porta johns. Fucking yeah.
Potty.
POTTY.
Porta potty rental.
Yeah, you can rent them. You can buy them too.
How much are they?
To rent or to buy?
Let's just buy one.
I think they're a couple $1,000s.
And we could just have that, just chilling.
I mean, yeah, I guess. They're pretty expensive to ship, and if you don't pick up, they get mad at you. So I hear. Why.
All right. Is it
Ooh.
illegal
to
dumpster drive? Oh, I like that. I like when you just type in, is it illegal? And then all the stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
I got is it illegal to dumpster dive in Maine?
Allegedly, it's not.
Is it illegal to drive barefoot? Is it illegal to drive barefoot in Maine?
Why would it be?
Is it illegal to collect rainwater?
That's a serious thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is?
In some states, you're not allowed to collect rainwater and then filter and use it as like the water in your house.
Is it illegal here?
No.
I've never thought of that. That's kind of smart. But then the back of the toilet.
It costs a lot of money to set it all up.
Oh, I was just thinking like you could wash dishes with it. You
get like there are systems that you can build to use it as like filters and stuff to use like drinking water. You get that instead of like a well.
So does it just like collect off the roof?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was watching a video by this guy. I think he does in like Arizona or something. The issue with that is in Arizona is that sometimes you don't get any rain. So you have to build this giant tank to hold like a bunch of water for when there's no rain. And then if you run out of rain, you have to pay somebody to come in one of those big, like, you know, like the stainless steel, huge 18-wheelers and just give you a bunch of water. But that's pretty cool, I guess. It's not illegal in Maine, though.
Okay. I got a Reddit thing here about it.
Here we go.
Apparently somebody else has been upset by it, as you have. There's a picture of the urinal, which is not being used as an ashtray. Some butts on the floor.
Yep, I've seen that many times.
And it says, when people smoke in a porta potty, it makes the smell so much worse than it already is. Did you write this?
No.
All right. Well,
what year is it from? When is it from?
Where would it say?
At the top, probably. Like by the title and stuff.
Doesn't say. What? Oh, this guy says, definitely improves the smell. Stop being such a PC pussy.
I love the idea that not wanting to inhale cigarette smoke while you're also inhaling shit is making you PC.
Oh my god, these are great comments. This one says, how can anyone stay in there long enough to smoke?
Yep, I agree.
They smoke, and then this guy says they smoke before, in, and after toilet.
Yep, I've seen that.
Still can't believe people have gotten frisky inside these things.
Yep.
So nasty.
There are a lot of places I would not have sex. Porta potty is pretty high up on the list.
Oh man. People have sex in those?
Yep.
Ugh.
People cut holes when they have them, like 3 of them in a row. People cut holes in them, make glory holes.
Oh, wait a minute. They just said, did somebody... The last comment says, did somebody poop on the floor or is that mud? I don't know. I didn't notice it before.
That's a valid question.
I don't think that looks like human shit. In such an odd spot too. Like, were they aiming for the urinal? I don't know.
Well, maybe some of it was stuck when they stood up.
Oh god. Oh no. That's gonna be the first thing that pops up anytime I get on the internet now.
I heard a story. Speaking of shit.
Florida man found dead, burning in porta potty after smoking. What? Oh, I mean he died, but anyway, continue.
He died doing what he loved.
Yeah, smoking in a porta potty.
I heard a story of a guy who was wearing like dress clothes for something, and he went to go take a dump. And he sat down, took his dump. Only after he was finished taking his dump did he realize that the shirt he was wearing was pretty long.
Oh, great.
And he had sat on the shirt.
Gross.
And he had just taken a shit in his shirt.
You know this guy?
No. This was on the internet somewhere.
I don't know what you do in that situation.
I don't remember what he did, but I can tell you, I would go home.
Can you imagine if he just like...
I would cut my shirt.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And then I would go home.
It's like if this is at like a wedding, I'm assuming. It's like,
I don't remember.
You just go back out like nothing happened, but you're not wearing a shirt.
It's like
just a bow tie and a
the
blazer.
Date episode of Always Sunny. Where he's like, give me your shirt, man. So I'm not gonna give you my shirt. I met some guy in the bathroom. He won't give me a shirt.
Have you ever gotten the numbers when you go into the porta potty? Like the for a good time?
No.
There's
surprisingly, Jordan, they don't leave those. Construction workers aren't leaving a bunch of those in the porta potty.
Okay, there's one in Belgrade. That's got 2 numbers in it. For a good time. It says for a good time call. I didn't take the number down and wasn't going to call it.
8675309.
Right. And then it said or, and it gave you a second phone number to call.
Oh.
So I don't know whose numbers those are, but that's a dick thing to do, to just put somebody's number up on the bathroom.
I mean,
there.
you would like to think that it is just somebody putting their own number on, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
That would be like if I wanted to just mess with you.
What
I would
would
just
you
put
do?
your number on.
What would you do if you walked into a porta potty?
It was my number.
And it was your number.
My God, I'd probably. Hopefully, I had like my work stuff on me, and I had a Sharpie.
Imagine the look of horror on your face.
Well, the thing is, I don't ever answer my. I think I'd
No, why would you? Never answer your phone ever.
Well,
if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail.
Yeah, I never answer it if it doesn't say who's calling. So that
Obama.
probably wouldn't be an issue, but I'd probably be pissed that I was just getting phone calls constantly. And then I think since I didn't actually do it, that'd be fine. But I also think like people would think I was just a complete sex positive person. You know what I mean? Like a slut.
You can call them what they are, please.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. A slut. And then I might be a little bit like annoyed by that. Yeah. But,
that perception of you.
Right.
Because you're very sex unpositive.
That's true.
You don't want people to be having sex.
No, not before marriage.
Even after marriage, you want to wait at least 5 years, right?
Right. Not unless you're going to have kids and the beds need to be separate.
Through a sheet. Through a sheet.
Through a sheet.
You don't get any pleasure
like
out of it. It has to be like.
Oh, yeah.
Strictly, for conception. You can only get one shot.
Not even that. You just jerk off into a dish.
Yeah.
And hand it to somebody.
Well, then they would have to insert it into themselves, and they might get pleasure from that, and we can't have women getting pleasure.
Well, how's the man gonna? Maybe. Oh, you numb it. You
unconscious.
Numb it up. Somebody else.
we just punch them.
Somebody else comes in. Their special job. Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
How did we get on?
We jumped from porta potties to weird religious sex.
Oh no, we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about
call for a good time.
Yeah, in the porta potties. Yeah.
Next topic. Do you like how I have structure nowadays?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
I got a bunch of shit in the mail. I got like 5 packages with like
stop ordering stuff.
3 or 4. Well, I ordered them all at different times.
Oh.
But they all showed up at the same day. So that was pretty cool.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna get more weird pamphlets in the mail.
No, not yet. Fingers crossed. There's still time. Still kind of want to know what's going on with that. Am I gonna get murdered?
No, you're good.
I probably will get murdered. I'm gonna eat a Tums. I have it here ready. Because my tummy doesn't like carbonation. So I'm gonna eat a Tums.
Oh, at first I was thinking those are those candies that blow up soda, and I was like, how does that affect the beer?
The
I thought you were gonna just be like
those mints.
Yeah. What the hell? What are those? I can't remember.
I can explain it. Hold on. Mentos,
yeah.
And what happens is the surface of the Mentos are very pocky. Like, they have a bunch of pockets in them. Very small.
Yeah, it doesn't like displace some shit.
So when bubbles need a nucleation point, I don't know where the word comes from, but it's like basically, it's like an imperfection. Like a little, very small dent or something for it to form. I don't know why. I don't care. But because there's so many of these nucleation points on the Mentos, it just creates a bunch of bubbles, and then obviously it creates the bubble, and the bubble goes away, and then it creates another bubble, and the bubble goes away. And it just does it so fast that it erupts.
Eruption.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's...
Do you think it would work in beer?
I don't know.
Can we... Are there 2 liters of beer?
Yeah, we could get a 40.
Oh. Good old...
We could get a 40 and do it.
It works better when it's like, that nozzle.
That's how. Have you ever had a 40?
No.
That's how they're. It's just a huge ass beer.
Well, yeah, but it's like a normal can, right?
No, it's
but
not.
Bigger.
It's not a can. It's a glass. A 40? I've never seen a 40.
No, they're always in brown paper bags.
Yeah, because you drink them out in public.
I haven't seen one because it's always in a brown paper bag.
You never been into Damon's?
I didn't go to the 40 section.
I can't believe you don't. So you've never heard of Edward 40 Hands?
No, I have.
Yeah, it's when you duct tape 2 40s.
I'm aware of what it is in concept, but I don't know visually what it looks like.
Well, here you go.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
They're usually fucking gross, too.
Patreon exclusive. Well, I think of the idea is if you're going to drink 40 ounces of beer, you're probably not caring too much about the taste.
No. Just get so hammered off those.
I also, real quick before I forget, because I am drinking beer. The other week, we didn't have video. I just want you to confirm this. I do a little dance every week to the theme song. I did it even though we didn't have video. I just want the listeners to know that I kept the little tradition alive of me doing a little dance. Thank you.
I didn't realize that was something you did every time.
I do it every time. You should also go to the most recent video and look in the description and see what I said about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Where is that on YouTube?
Yeah, go to youtube.com, search for JJTI, and then go to the channel.
Am I going to be offended by this?
Probably not. I think you're going to find it funny.
Next topic.
I got a comic. This was one of the things that came in the mail. So as listeners will know, I recently subscribed to DC Universe, their fucking stupid comic book thing, where you get all the digital comics. But because I subscribed to the Ultra tier, which is like $10 a month or whatever, they sent me a limited edition Death of Superman 30th anniversary physical comic book. I'm holding it up. Jordan's looking at his phone, completely ignoring me.
The one that says Jordan is afraid of JJTI?
Nope. It just says Jordan is afraid. And then that's, the season number.
I'm afraid?
Yeah. And just read the description.
No, I gotta click on this.
Yeah. That's a few. That counts.
There is no description.
There definitely is.
Oh, hold on.
This is riveting radio.
Yeah, well, you just got me looking up something. There is no description.
I figured you would know how to look up a description of a YouTube video.
I did. It says thanks for watching and remember to share with a friend.
Yep.
Listen
Click on
to us
more.
on Spotify.
There's going to be a little thing that says more.
Follow us on Instagram. Support us on Patreon at somethingpatreon.com and get extended episodes ad-free.
You skipped a part, didn't you?
What part?
There's a part. I added a part, didn't I?
No, this is exactly what it says.
Hold on. Maybe it was the one before that. Or after that. It was, we try some stuff. It was the most recent episode.
We try some stuff.
Then we're going to go to the description. Just read that description, please. The episode where we play the podcast on the podcast. This is great. We don't even have to do any work.
It was never work before.
Maybe not for you.
No, not for me.
This is going better than
None of this is funny. I don't know what you want me to look at.
I just want you to read it.
It says support us on Patreon.
Why are you looking at the bottom?
Because you said it was on the bottom.
No, I said you had to click more. Because it's further down than the first one.
Want to get in touch with the show?
No, above that.
Thanks for watching. Remember to share with a friend.
All right, keep going.
Want to get in touch with the show? Email us at jjtipodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, next one.
Follow Jordan in the street if you see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was like, follow me on Instagram. But I didn't want to put your Instagram in there because I don't think that you wanted that.
Oh, hell no.
So I put follow you on the street if you see him.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. That was 10 minutes for a joke that didn't land.
It didn't land very well.
Just call me Wilbur Wright. Because he invented the airplane, along with his brother Orville, who did not invent the popcorn. So anyway, I got this 30th anniversary limited edition, deluxe edition, whatever garbage they say, of The Death of Superman. I assume that this is a collector's thing, and I just opened it, and I'm putting my greasy hands all over it, because I don't give a fuck. So I just want to... This is the point in the book where Superman dies, and this is how much book is left after he dies. What the fuck is this? What's going on in here?
I don't know. His funeral.
I should probably read this, huh? But he's alive. Look.
Yeah, well, he probably comes back to life.
Well, yeah, he does. There you go. It's just like fake news articles. Oh, whoa. Car ad. Fake car. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I'm gonna read that at some point. Nailed it. Next topic. I bought some stuff you may have noticed over here. See this?
Nuts.com.
Nuts.com, baby. If you don't know what nuts, do you know what nuts.com is?
No, I don't like nuts.
Well, they got all sorts of stuff. They don't just got nuts. It's a great name for a website, though. Do you agree?
Yeah, because people are going to probably think it's something else.
These are key lime yogurt pretzels.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Key lime yogurt pretzels.
Yeah.
No.
They're
no, gross. Next.
Milk cookies malted milk balls.
Yeah. Gross.
And we got some classic honey roasted peanuts. You can get all sorts of stuff on there. And they sell them in 1 pound bags. You can get spices.
And how much is one of those bags?
Like $10.
Yeah, I was about to say, is
it's
it like $10?
Yeah. Of
pretzels.
Look how big that bag is.
Yeah. So what?
The big bag.
You know how many pretzels you can go through? Like,
stuff varies in price. It's between like $6 and like $12.
Is it good for you?
No. Probably some of like the quote unquote raw nuts might be good for you. Fucking key lime yogurt pretzels are not. But you can get like spices on there. You can get like a pound of basil.
I found saffron in a discount bin.
There you go.
A few days ago.
Was it Jaws saffron?
No, it wasn't. But yeah, world's most expensive food. It was like $1.75 or 0.01 something ounces.
There's no way that's the most expensive food.
Saffron? It is.
No, there's no way.
Yes, it is.
I bet there's.
Do you even know what it is?
Gold.
Saffron?
I bet gold is more expensive.
I don't think it is. I said the most expensive food.
You can eat gold.
Yeah, you can eat little gold flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it really is.
I don't think so. I disagree.
It's like $10,000 a pound.
And I refuse to look it up.
Oh, you will later.
No.
Because you don't want to be wrong.
That is true. I don't like being wrong.
Yeah.
It's part of my charm. It's why people don't like me.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
In my defense, like, I would say a solid 85% of the time, I am correct.
But what you just said is like, comes across as like so douchey.
No, I know.
That, like, yeah.
But it's true.
Then why would you? Then don't say it. You
I'm
can
just
think
saying,
it.
like, people are like,
Usually,
you always have to be right. But most of the time, I am.
But usually when people think that they're smarter than everybody else, they're not. And people who think that they're like average
I don't say they're smarter than everybody else. I just know more.
That's true. There are a lot of dumb people.
And also, I am smarter than most people.
My God.
Because I know how to open a fucking porta potty. But
yeah, you know how to read, right? You know how to read and write.
Yeah, so I'm better than like 25% of the population of the earth. I got that going for me. I'm a man, which automatically makes me smarter than women.
Well, isn't America like
25?
No, I don't. We don't have like a lot of people who are like illiterate in this country. I don't think. If we do, it would be more of like a mental thing. You know what I mean?
I think that there's some. I think it.
They usually state that as a statistic when you go on like Wiki.
I just think that it depends on what you mean by literate.
If you can read and write.
Well, there are people who can read, but only at like a second grade level. And that's like not real reading. You know what I mean?
You'd be able to look at a...
Like, you can't read, like... I don't know. Like, you don't... I don't know.
You'd be able to see a sign that says, like, do not enter or something like that.
And then you can choose to ignore that sign.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You wouldn't be confused by your basic things you need. Like, you don't need to read books to function in society. You just kind of... Although, I don't know. I think you'd struggle with some of the communication notes.
I just feel like if you can't read and write at least a high school level, it doesn't really count, you know? It's not that difficult to, like, I've read...
At a high school? Well, what do they consider, like, a high school level?
Let
like,
me
what
tell you.
Book?
I don't know. But I've gone back and read papers that I've written in high school. Dog shit. Like, awful.
Yeah.
And those are papers I got good grades on.
Yeah.
It's like, it's horrible. And that was, you know, like, honors classes.
Why would you keep that stuff?
It was just in Google Docs.
No.
Yeah.
We used paper when I was in school.
Yeah, I'm not old like you, so.
Yeah.
We used technology.
Yeah, technology.
We had the power of the internet.
Yeah,
But,
we never sent anything to teachers, I don't think. Everything had to be handed in.
we had to print it out.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. So, same fucking thing.
But it would save on the cloud, so I just had it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, it wasn't like I saved a fucking thumb drive with all the files on it. I don't give a shit.
No.
But because it was there and I was looking for something else, and I was just like searching based on date or whatever, I found them. And it's just horrible. Which I think, I have this theory that school doesn't actually make you a better writer. To a certain extent.
Quentin Tarantino didn't go to school.
But it's like, it's just time. Like, the more time, like, I can write a better paper now, and I did not go to school after high school, but I can write a way better paper now than I could in high school, when all the learnings was fresh. And it's time. Like, I've spent more time writing things that actually matter.
Well, your basic...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if you're just going to public school, you're not really, like, learning...
learning anything?
It's just kind of, like, the basics.
You're learning how to...
Like, if you... like
possibly survive a school shooting.
Yeah, well, not when I was in school, but... Yeah. I mean, like, you go into a class and the teacher would be like... Well, you don't need to know this, you don't need to know that. Like, flipping through pages of the book, and then it's just like...
You didn't need to know anything in high school.
No, not really.
The only thing you need to know in high school is don't fuck with that kid, because he's way bigger than you.
Yeah. Like, anytime, like, the foreign exchange students would come, like, from Europe and stuff, they would be like, this is stuff that we all learned in, like, 6th grade.
Yeah, it's
And
horrible.
it was, like, high school. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, well...
The amount of times, like... I get this, so I'm pretty big on science. I like science. I knew so much more. This is not me saying that I'm smart. I am very smart though. Let's just, get that out of the way. I'm genius. Probably over 200 IQ. Let's just,
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I hate that there are people like that who think like that. But because I had an interest in it for basically my entire life, and regardless of what the flat earthers would have you think, it is easier than ever to just learn stuff. Like, if you have an interest in something, you don't need to go to school for it. You can just learn it.
Well, it's more stimulating.
Right. It's ridiculous.
If you're bored by something, it's hard to.
Yeah. But, like, just the amount of stuff that we were learning in honors level chemistry in high school, not like freshman year, like senior year, it was just wrong. Like, it just wasn't accurate. It was astonishing to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, kids are smart. Like, they can... You can explain that... Well, some kids aren't. But, like, kids in general aren't so stupid that you can't explain high-level concepts to them. Like, kids can understand, like, quantum physics and stuff.
They probably don't want to because it's not interesting.
Make it interesting.
I don't know.
It's not that difficult. It's
like,
really
I had
not.
a hard time with certain classes just because the teachers were, like, monotoned.
Yeah.
And, like, they never... Like, math and stuff like that. Like, if you don't tell me why it's important and how this connects to the world around you,
you have to make
just show me, like, I'm not going to learn anything.
Math is really more like a language than it is anything else. So when you don't teach it like a language, when you don't treat it like that, when you just treat it as memorization, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I could never memorize stuff. I would have to understand it before. Like if you like memorize like you're talking language, like learning German, it's like easier if they show you like this is how the language works.
Right.
And then it just, I don't know, all of a sudden it's like if you memorize how to say something in a different language, you can probably say it, but it doesn't actually
you don't understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like
so like I
saying.
Understand a okay amount of German. No, I'm not fluent or anything.
You can go into a situation.
I would know what people were saying.
Where like somebody's talking to you and you can understand.
And
like,
it would sound just like you were talking to me. Yeah.
You might not be able to like write out a dictionary or anything.
No.
But you could understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Which is really all you need. The other thing is you need to go here.
Which is really kind of weird. It's weird. Like, do you know any other languages?
So,
or like at all?
When I was a kid, like 8 or 9, I went with my mom to Spain to visit a family we had over there. And I had to learn, as part of this trip, how to say basic things. Like, where's the bathroom? I need, like, where's food? Or where's the police? Like, just, like, basic things. Don't remember any of it. Couldn't tell. I can count to 10 in Spanish and French. That is, the limit of my language skills. But all you really need is, like, Jesus Christ.
Scared the shit out of that cat.
I guess even nowadays you don't really need anything. Because you can just type it into your phone. And your phone will talk to the person.
Yeah. But you're not going to connect with anybody, like, normally.
But in an emergency, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Technology is really cool, man. Like, it sucks because we have fucking flat earthers back again for some reason. But also, like, you can just go to a country, you have no knowledge of the language, which you should. Especially if you're going to be there a while, you should make an attempt to learn the language of what's going on. A little bit before you show up. Because there's nothing more insane. Like, I hate to, I don't want to sound like one of those people who's like, you live in America, you gotta speak English. Because that's not true. You don't have to speak English in America. You can speak whatever language you want. But if you show up to a country and you're going to be there for 6 months, you should know a little bit about what's going on. And you should be able to speak a little bit in that language so that you can communicate with the people you're living with. You know? If you're just going to be there for a week, you should still know some stuff. Like how to say please and thank you. Gracias. Buenos días. No hable español. That was something I had to learn. No hable español.
That's the only Spanish I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
all right.
8, 9, 10.
Are we going to talk about the Flash or what?
Yeah, I guess we can. Well, we have to finish the podcast.
With what?
Well, this is it. We're ending the podcast.
Oh.
And then we're doing a separate thing after.